everyone, it's Ren, and I'm here for a book review today. This is the first book I finished from my August TBR, and I'm really excited about that. So it is House of Dead Maids by Clare Dunkle. Yes. So this was a library book that I bought at their annual sale that they have to get rid of books that aren't as popular or that don't get checked out as much, or if they have too many of the books. So this book is supposed to be a prequel to Wuthering Heights. Now I haven't read Wuthering Heights, and it is a classic I would like to check out, but at this point I haven't. This one I'm a little confused as to how it is a prequel, because the main character Abby is supposed to be, or Tabby, I'm sorry, main character Tabby is based on an actual maid that lived and served for the Bronte sisters, and according to the author's note at the end of the story, she would tell these ghost stories almost to the girls, and they were of course fascinated with them, and they took care of her until she passed away. But anyway, so this is supposed to be about Abby and this young boy who at the end of the story this may be a spoiler, I don't really consider it a spoiler, but at the end of the story we find out to become Heathcliff, or at least is the basis of the story is supposed to be what later inspires Wuthering Heights. Again, I'm not 100% sure how it's supposed to be a prequel, but I'm sure if you've read Wuthering Heights and you read this, it might make a lot more sense. It's a very quick read. It's only about 12 chapters. Now, from my understanding, it was supposed to be a ghost story, and it wasn't nearly as scary as I was expecting it to be. The scary part was at each of the chapters there was a little bit of art, and this probably scared me the most. Here we go. Oh, that one was pretty creepy too. You can see them. Had to bookmark them because I had to show them off. Oh, yes. This one. But, so it's about Abby. She was working at a knitting factory, I guess is what it's called, or knitting school, and she was bought to work at this house. And she gets to the house, and all kinds of weird stuff is happening. About a day after she arrives, the lord or master of the house comes, and he has this young, I'm assuming he's African American or maybe Caribbean. I'm not 100% sure of the child's nationality, but from my understanding, he was dark skinned, almost like he reminded me a lot of a pirate, like a young pirate. But so these two, Abby and this boy who never gets a name until the end, but so they come in together, and this house is just, it does have ghosts in it, and it's interesting because everyone sees them differently, and they don't even see the same ghost. This house is it's cursed in a sense, there's a lot going on, and I really don't, it's such a short story, I don't want to say much without spoiling anything. But I will say it was a quick, easy read. Like I said, it's only about 12 chapters, and there is a short epilogue at the end that kind of explains who this character was based on and how it relates to Wuthering Heights. So I only gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars. It was scary, but by the end of it, I was just, I didn't understand how it was an epilogue or prequel, and I don't know, just it wasn't a lot for me, wasn't a lot going on, so just a 3 out of 5. I do recommend it for people who have read Wuthering Heights. Maybe it'll make more sense, and even if you don't really like it, it's real quick, 12 chapters, you'll get through it. So Well, I hope you guys, if any of you have read this, please tell me what you think, and if you've read Wuthering Heights, please tell me if I should read it. So, thank you so much, and I'll see you again.